YouTube, what's going on? Winnie P coming back with another one. Let's get it. We up at the football field. We're going to talk some ball. Got to do a recap. Conference Championship recap. You know I come with the fire every week. Give you a Super Bowl preview. Talk about some of the guys who, had a breakout week. I always come with my standouts. So we're going to do Conference Championship recap, Super Bowl preview. Talk about some of the standouts, from the Conference Championship. We're going to talk some ball. We at the field, football weather. I love it. I ain't fumbling the rock, so if you're on the ball, lock in. Before I start the video, please watch the entire video. If you like, subscribe to the channel to receive more content like this. It's content about sports and various topics. Let's get it. Yeah, Conference Championship recap. Let's start with Philly and San Fran. Philly and San Fran. Philly handled business. Brock Purdy went down with the wrist injury. Game felt like it was over before it started, but Christian McCaffrey had a nice run. Tied the game up 7-7, but when Brock Purdy went down, he actually came back second half, but Josh Johnson couldn't move that offense. Josh Johnson got hurt also. But Brock Purdy, he come back in the second half, but he couldn't throw the ball. San Fran, they couldn't move the ball on offense, so it was a tough game. It was a tough game for San Fran. Brock Purdy got hurt in the first quarter, wrist injury. So it was tough sledding for San Fran, from the time the game started, damn near, when Brock Purdy went down with the wrist injury. So it was tough. Philadelphia, they handled business. They'll be marching on to the Super Bowl. Philadelphia, looking hungry this year, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, Miles Sanders, Kenneth Gainswell, they running that ball, three-headed monster running that rock. Then you still got A.J. Brown on the outside. So you got to respect Philly run game and their pass game. But they didn't have to do much offensively against San Fran. Jalen Hurts didn't have a big game offensively. But Hassan Reddick, linebacker, Philadelphia, standout. 2 sacks, balling out. Second in sacks this season. He had 16 sacks on the season, Hassan Reddick. But he balling out, coming off that edge. He was in the backfield all day long, Hassan Reddick. Yeah, he balled out for Philly. Like I said, it wasn't, too many, big stats from Philadelphia because the game was over before it started, pretty much. Jalen Hurts didn't have to do much. He didn't throw over 200 yards passing. No one had over 100 yards rushing, and no one had over 100 yards receiving. So not too many standouts from Philly. But on defense, Hassan Reddick, he had 2 sacks. He was everywhere coming off that edge. But yeah, Philly mopped San Fran 31-7. They'll be in the Super Bowl. They'll be taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, Kansas City and Cincinnati. Big game. Conference Championship, AFC. I said Patrick Mahomes could play hurt. I said that. I said Patrick Mahomes could play hurt. And he played well. 29 for 43, 326, 2 touchdowns, played a clean game, no turnovers. Made the key throws when he had to. Patrick Mahomes, 326, stand out. Kansas City. No turnovers. Playing hurt. Difference between playing hurt and playing injured. When you're injured, you can't play, but you can play through when you're hurt. You can play through pain. Patrick Mahomes, he showed that time and time again he could play through pain. 326, 2 TDs. Travis Kelce, 7 catches, 78 yards. TD, balling out. Travis Kelce balling out all season. Him and Patrick Mahomes. On defense, Chris Jones balling out, 2 sacks. It was a great game. Some of the standouts from the Chiefs, but it was a great game. 23-20 game-winning field goal. Pushed Mahomes out of bounds. Last drive gave Kansas City 15 more yards. Field goal, 45-yarder. It was history after that. It was back and forth. Kansas City, for the most part, stayed up a touchdown the entire game. But Joe Burrow, they battled back to tie the game up 13-13. Then tie the game up 20-20. But Joe Burrow, 2 turnovers. Had to play a clean game. Turnovers were costly. Kansas City has some standouts, man. Chris Jones, 2 sacks. Frank Clark, 1.5 sacks. Balling out, coming off that edge. Chris Jones, Frank Clark, balling out on defense. Patrick Mahomes, like I said, 326, 2 TDs, played a clean game. 29 for 43. Travis Kelce, 7 catches, 78 yards. People thought he was questionable coming into this game with the back injury, but Travis Kelce, tough guy, played through. He played through, gave him everything he had. So we got Philadelphia, Kansas City. Philadelphia, Kansas City. It's going to be a tough game. Philadelphia has a strong defense. They'll be after Mahomes, but Mahomes, he'll look even better. He'll have 2 weeks rest because you got to remember you have the Pro Bowl coming up, the end of the Super Bowl the week after. So Mahomes will get 2 weeks rest. Jalen Hurts, he'll get some rest. Been battling a shoulder injury. So both teams will get their rest. Philadelphia, they want to ground and pound. They can also, pass the ball also. But Philly, they just want to be physical. Philly want to be physical. They want to beat you up. Kansas City, they find ways to win. Patrick Mahomes, it doesn't matter. He's just going to find a way to win. So we look at Kansas City, you think they're finesse, but Patrick Mahomes, he'll find a way to win. He'll find a way to win, find a way to make something happen. So we got Philly, Kansas City. I'll dive deeper into this matchup, as days go on. But just a little preview. Philadelphia, strong defense. Both of these teams have great defensive lines now that I think about it. Chris Jones, Frank Clark coming off 2 great games. Then you got Hassan Reddick and Brandon Graham on Philadelphia's D-line. So Jason Kelce and Chris Jones, that'll be a key matchup in the trenches. I'll be watching that matchup in the trenches. That'll be a great matchup in the trenches. But it's going to be a fire Super Bowl. Conference Championship recap, some of the standouts. So, I love it. Keep the fire coming. We at the football field. Football weather, I love it. We got to keep the fire coming. So let me know what y'all think. Let me know who you have for the Super Bowl. Philly or Kansas City. 2 strong teams. So let me know what you think. Andy Reid coaching against his old team. I just thought about that. Andy Reid used to coach Philly. Always in the NFC Championship, Andy Reid. Could never get over the hump against Tampa Bay, but yeah. Andy Reid coaching against his old team in the Super Bowl. More headlines will come, as the days go by. More headlines. But we're at the football field. Keep the fire coming. Let me know what y'all think. Who you picking for the Super Bowl? I ain't fumbling the rock. I love it. Comment, like, subscribe. I had to knock another one out. Bah, bah, bah. Let's get it.